Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from the campground here at Duckett Mill. Already had some coffee this morning, and I came out here and I wanted to kind of clean my griddle, so I did. Sorry about that. Let me back out a little bit for you. I cleaned the griddle, and then I said, what better way to season it than to cook some bacon? And I have some bacon that needs to be cooked. I bought some Jimmy Dean sausage at Walmart yesterday, and so I'm going to use this up. Have a little carnivore breakfast. Went bad yesterday. Baker tacos. Ate about 17 of them. Now I had 7. And there was plenty of leftover. We're going to throw some ingredients on them later today or something and have a couple of leftovers. Leftovers are good. Nothing wrong with them. Keep moving the phone around, don't I? Well, we got a nice chilly morning, but rolling up to 83 degrees. Oh my gosh. 83? And it feels nice and cool right now, though, here at Duckett Mill. Going to be here a little while longer before moving to another campground in the county. I was trying to find out a little bit more about my warranty issue on the Gold Wing, and now I'm a little concerned. There's some stipulations about transferring and how many times and this and that, and I don't know. Might end up not having any warranty at all. The factory warranty expires literally in couple weeks. I'm not going to be home to take care of anything. It's not so important that I'm going to go home to get it in before the warranty expires. Although I would like to be able to know that if there's I'm just not going to go home, put it that way. I might end up regretting it and having an out-of-pocket cost if there was something needed to fix this motorcycle. I think I just got some bad gas. The idle is oscillating up and down. I just started doing it, and it was probably buying some gas, like ethanol I put in there by accident or something. But the windshield motor is definitely an issue that a lot of them have had. They're on the forums, and they replaced the motor. So, you want that windshield. You don't want it to be stuck up, and you don't want it to be stuck down. You need it to break the wind from you when you're riding. It's not like there's a manual override on it or anything. So, it's really weird to be talking about issues with a Honda, especially with 5,000 miles on it. Well, this flame really does cool down. I turned it down. It is down. Let's turn it up. Yeah, so this thing works good. The burner is awesome. You hear those birds? Take a look at the lake over here. I own the park. Every day, there's a guy over here. Got him a Class A. Every day they're coming and going, so believe me, they'll be filled today because I have been checking for cancellations to do a couple of different maneuvers that it's not important, but I would if I could. But nope, no cancellations. Everything is booked solid. They're all rolling up here now for the Oktoberfest in Helen and everything. And then, of course, the leaves, all that, the cooler air, all of that. People coming from Florida, people coming locally. They love this, having a campfire at night because it's nice and cool. And the mornings, come out here and make your breakfast. We don't have any bugs. It's just beautiful up here. And this griddle cooks perfectly. That thing really can crank up once that griddle gets hot. I'm really happy with this Suburban griddle. Yeah. Bacon, baby, bacon. So my goal is this morning, let me turn the camera around, talk to you guys. All right, came in here and got my selfie stick. I'm gonna take a hike. After the tacos, I got a lot of guilt. So I was gonna take a hike. It's gonna be plenty warm. So not worried about that. Got 2 poles. So the place, an hour or a little over ride up past Helen. A much more rigorous trail than my daughter and I hiked. That's close to here. That we hit like after she got off work one day. That's really close by, and a lot of people do it like after work, and it's nice. Definitely will get your heart going. But I think this place is called Black Mountain or something. And it's a 1,000-foot incline that you walk up. I think you get to 3,600 feet. And it's a national park. They'll have free admission and everything. Take a look at that bacon, huh? Looking good. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and turn it down all the way again. And grab us a plate with a paper towel. My left eye, folks, is, I think the ride down to Florida with all the wind coming up in the helmet from the windshield or whatever, it may not have anything to do with that. It's just, basically, it's very red and watery every day. It's definitely, I don't know. I got a follow-up visit. It's certainly progressing, I should say, in not in a good way. What it is, I have glaucoma, and glaucoma is a degeneration of your peripheral. Starts closing in. I guess you get the red eye syndrome too. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm going to be working with my... Oh, I got to show you this bacon. Look at this. Holy moly. That is crispy brown bacon. Take a look. Huh? So let's go ahead and turn the eye off. I might put some eggs on, my new big eggs I bought. But let's take this bacon off. Put it on the plate, paper towel. Oh yeah, even with a camera. I got skills. Hear that crow? A friend of mine said, country guy I borrowed a lot of sayings from, he's dead now. He used to say you can get a crow to stop crowing by taking a white bed sheet, tie it in knots, and tighten it. That's right. That's what he said. He was full of them. He was full of them. All right. Probably still thinking about that one, aren't you? First time I heard that, oh Lord, Jerry, you are full of them. So, yeah, let's take a couple of eggs out there. We'll just break them and see what happens with the camera. Those are extra large eggs, yeah. Probably only need a couple. This screen is always slamming on me. Should have my Buc-ee's table So because I don't have a table over there. I just need to hurry up and make this and eat and get fatter and get out of here. All right. Let's see if I can set this up on my little tripod stand here. Oh, I know what I can do. Put you over here for a moment. Probably be better if you could see me over here though, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get some eggs out. These are big old boys here. I gotta turn the eye back on. Forgot. Still pretty hot though. That's good. Definitely not gonna stick. I'm just gonna cook two. Just gonna cook two. Not gonna be a glutton. Second time every time. Put it on low. Get you over here and show you what we got going on. That crow's really crowing. You got something to crow about. I'm gonna have to get my plate now and be ready. Got that bacon fat on there. I'll be putting it, scraping down that hole, put it in that tray there. I got a text from my daughter. Let me check that and I'll come back. Okay. My daughter sent me a picture of a pumpkin patch field up here they went to the other day that I missed out on, with a picture of myself and my grandson, Sam, when he was a little boy. And I was asking her if that was the same place. And I didn't see the answer yet. She's busy working, but I'm probably sure it is. Anyway, I'll put the picture at the end of the video and you can see. Look how easy these are sliding around, folks. Look at that, huh? You ready? Clean grill. Got a little bacon brown on there. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and kill the eye. The heat of that griddle will cook them, and let them sit there a minute while I got my plate here. Let's go put the eggs away. I've got some trash there I need to pick up. Hey, shout out today. I forgot, shout out to Miss Michelle. Michelle and Stan that were here at the campground the other night that I met. They came over and left a note on my windshield and wanted to meet me. There's long-time subscribers. Have a nice RV travel trailer. It's that one I talked about that has these canvas 3 queen beds that pop out. Her and Stan have got it going on. She's 63 today. She doesn't mind me telling you. She's a very young, active 63-year-old. He's 70. He's super active too. I'm going to be 67. I'm super active too. We're in the active geezer club. Anyway, she don't know if she wants to quit working yet or not. She loves her job and get on that free check. What their goal is to cash out. They want to cash out and go to Florida. How about this, huh? This is all. Get this all cleaned up. And so that's their plan: sell the home, sell the house, sell everything. Get the hell out of Dodge. Go down to sunny Florida. Live their life. One thing they got: plenty of money. Everybody's got more money than me. But I'm doing just fine. Health is wealth, folks. Don't work forever and then decide, oh, when I'm 70 or I'm 69 or whatever, then I'm going to start living. You want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans. So, live now while you can. And you know, it's even more than health now. I always talk about live now. You like my Army shirt. These $5 George shirts. I don't know. I don't know about that brown one I wore yesterday. I look like the UPS guy. What can brown do for you? Now I'm an Army recruit. Don't be so boastful to think that you can live forever. Get your butt out there. Oh, look at here. Tell me that ain't a campfire breakfast. All right, how about this, huh? Out here on the picnic table, my last bit of coffee of my first pot this morning. Folks, that is the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. Man, that's good coffee out here. It's at McAfee, baby, with the heavy whipping cream. Bacon and eggs out here. Chili. Coffee's gonna get cold. Eggs are gonna get cold. Ask me if I care. All I'm gonna do is get into this. Egg. Bacon. I'm gonna swallow a coffee. This will hold a man over till later. And then figure something else out. The tacos or whatever. There's the big time RV. Look at this bacon. The setup. There's a queue. The queue's been an orphan. Just absolutely ignored it. Orphaned it. Let's put some burgers and dogs on it. I think the fam might come over and we'll do a hot dog and hamburger festival one day, one evening. My daughters are so inviting over there with the campfire they have. Folks, sorry to eat in front of you. There's nothing like bacon and eggs outside on a campground with the best cup of coffee you ever drink in your life. Sitting here by my lonesome, thinking my thoughts. I'll have some good self-esteem later. If I get up to that trail, if I get up to the trailhead, I'm not abandoning anybody today, like family, because they got prison jobs. They're all prisoned. They're in their cells. The doors are locked. A guy comes by about lunch hour, you know, and opens them out, let them out on a short leash and get back to that prison job. And then all the shackles come off at 5 or 6 or whatever time it is. They're released from prison with the rest of the prisoners. We get to go home, rush, get something to eat, stop at the store, get the dry cleaning, go to the gym if they want to, try to fit everything in they can, before nighttime falls on them, and they got to hit the hay and get a good night's rest to get right back to that prison job the next morning. And that's the way it is. When you think about it, whether you love it or hate it, your job, you are absolutely giving your life, your time, weeks, months, hours, years, to somebody that's paying you money, which you need, you got to have. But as soon as you can make some way to take that money and save it and pay off what debts you have, and when they release those shackles from you that one day, when it comes, or you get your own key and you take them off, and you say, I'm out of here. I'm not coming back tomorrow. Send me a check for my pension. Cash me out of my 401. I signed up for my Social Security, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm thinking I might still go back to work, though. I might work half as much, a third as much, just to get, something to do. Maybe I'm going to go to work for a golf course and pass out golf carts, but I get free golf. When I'm not passing them out on my day off, I can go play the golf course. $50, $100 a round for free. Or I'm going to, walk dogs, clean houses, help somebody with their auto mechanics because you're a retired mechanic. Help somebody with some kind of RV repair because you know how to do stuff. You pick the jobs, you pick how much you charge, you pick when you want to work. You're the boss. Maybe for a while you don't do any kind of a side hustle. You've got your money and saved, and you get the pension, and you got the Social Security as well. So you already got two incomes. Then you can sit on a beach, buy you a motorcycle, and go tour the country. Buy you an RV, go tour the country in that. Sit under a damn tree and read a book, whatever you want to do. But you're no longer, you make the decisions. You're like, my whole life, I grew up, I couldn't wait to work, couldn't wait to get out of my house as a kid. I wanted to get a job, make some money, get me a car, buy a house, meet a nice girl, meet a nice man, raise a family, save some money. Hopefully you've done that, and you do it as quickly as you can. And when you get to that point in your life where you're like, at 50, likely you're not going to live to be 100. So you're already way over half, and you still got 12 years to wait for Social Security. So certainly by 62 years old, you may only have a dozen years left of your entire life, especially if you do live a lot longer than that. You've only got like a dozen years left, most likely, of any kind of still athletic, active ability that you can crush it. Because it will catch up to you. Certain things are ailing me now. Who knows when my left eye is going to go out? I got a bad shoulder, my knees, my gizzards. You never know, one day you wake up and, something new wears out. Your alternator goes out. Your brakes are shot. Clutch has to be replaced. And even worse, your ticker. Or something starts happening in your mind, in your blood work. You have to think about these things because they're realities. Because if you go to the hospital, the doctor's offices, people are sitting in there full of, the offices are full of people with some kind of a mechanical repair. They're in there for a tune-up. They're in there for something, some kind of test. Put it on the computer, run a diagnostics. And when you're young, you're like, man, that's like forever away. That's forever away. And then, if the health don't catch up with you, the world, I was talking to somebody last night, the world is like my grandson. When he grows up, he's never known, you don't have to grow up, he's never known not cell phones. He's never known not having a computer or cars with GPS and all the stuff. I was talking to my daughter last night. We were talking about all the things that came into being. I've talked about it before a few times on this channel. You know, I remember before a microwave, before any kind of home computer, before pagers, all phones had cords on them. If somebody wanted to talk to you, you had to come home, and when answering machines were invented, you'd look for that light blinking to know somebody wanted to talk to you. And TVs had 3 channels. There wasn't cable. There was no flat screen, no thin TVs, no apps. What's an app? And then things started, the technology exploded. And now it's happening so fast, you can't even really, I mean, certain things even in the technology world are so antiquated today, like flip phones, and when you used to have to text, you'd have to push to get to C, you'd have to press the 1 button 3 times, A, B, C. Remember that? You know? And so what I'm trying to say is, with AI and the world and everything like that, and the population growing, we've had pandemics. Whoever saw that coming? Okay? There could be another one. Wars. End times, if you want to consider that. It's always very obvious to me. Heinous crimes, evil. People moving away from God and spirituality, morality, disobeying the Constitution, our whole country, the government, fighting with one another. I used to think they were, you know, whoever, you know, looked good, whoever had the nice wife and the nice kids, or the best looking guy is who I'd vote for. Figured they were all out for our best interest until we found out differently, right? Crooked bastards. All of them. And so these are the things you got to consider. Forget your health. If you're already 62, I'm going to be 67, you know, literally, I'm just going to say it. I hope I have 100 years, but I don't have 10 years. I don't have another car loan length before I'm 77. Now, what am I going to be doing? How many 77-year-old you know are out running up and down the road, hiking trails? Of course there are. Of course there are. There's probably thousands. But when you talk about the masses, the entire population, the percentage is minuscule. What I'm trying to say is, you can't stop age. Brakes are going to wear out. Your clutch is going to have to be replaced. You know, things are going to happen. And with that, you know, and how fast time goes. Remember when you were 50 yesterday? If you keep thinking that you can just keep working, or you're going to save a little bit more money, or you're going to wait for this to happen, or you're going to wait for you're going to make sure your wife is taken care of, and you want to work until you're about 1 foot in the grave and the other foot's on a banana peel to make sure she's taken care of, or he's taken care of, or your kids are taken care of. Are you going to be laying on that bed horizontal, having regrets that you didn't live your own life? They want the best for you. You should want the best for you. So I can tell you this, since I started my Social Security, I've had an awesome time. And I was doing the little crackers I was passing out as a little side hustle, and then YouTube took off for me, and now I'm able to go wherever I want and earn, because I'm earning right now, making videos, but it's my passion. But I went through a little lull too, where I did waste some time, and like a year. It wasn't a waste. I mean, I sat there at my place in Sarasota, whining about the heat, not going anywhere, doing anything. And I bought the truck, and it never pulled the camper for a long time. And now that I come up here, and I went to Pigeon Forge and hiked the Smokies, and now I'm down here and I'm seeing my daughter. All the years I didn't see her, not all the years, but 2 years. And, you know, you look back, you're like, you can't get that back. You can't get that back. And while family's important, I'm important. Seeing my family, doing things I want to do, traveling, seeing things I want to see, my bucket list. I haven't been north of North Carolina. People keep telling me to go to this place and that place up north. Michigan, Maine, Massachusetts, DC, all these places, see these things. And You know, I want to kind of repeat the things that I've done most of my life, and that's fine too. Grand Canyon, Tahoe, Sierra Nevada mountains, taking that Gold Wing or whatever. That's all going to be good because I'm doing something. Even if I just do the same thing until I can't do it anymore. But it's better than not doing anything. Now, if that's your thing, sitting in your chair, staying in the house, not being out in the weather, not enjoying your life, not going out and spending the money you got, and seeing the places around this country, and experiencing it with your own two eyes. Don't rely on a YouTube video or pictures or someone's story of what they did. You get out there and hustle. And that doesn't mean you drain your bank account and you outlive your money and you can't pay your bills. I'm not saying that. You know I'm not saying that. But what are you saving your money for? Seriously. To hand down, which people find that very important. They want to give it all to their family, friends, children. But I say, you know, it's not being selfish. I think you should live your own life. I want them to live their lives. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. It just feels like it's on my heart. I guess because I'm living and I feel it. I'm here by myself. I mean, I've got my family nearby, but I'm doing all this by myself. And I'm sitting here contemplating all the other things I want to do. I want to go hike the hill. I want to get home and ride the motorcycle. I want to take another trip. I want to come back up here with the camper next year or later this year or go somewhere else, even in the winter. Stay south and go along the Texas border down all the way up to Quartzsite and all that area that I've been before. Wherever it's going to be warm. I'm not going to travel in the snow and ice. I'm not going to do that. Sorry, not my thing. It's a 4-season camper. Then again, you can't believe a damn thing I say. But I don't think so. Nah. So, as long as it's affordable, as long as I have the health, I'm going to do whatever I can do. And look, there's people that are living their life that are going to different homes, 3 homes. They get so many millions of dollars. They go to Hawaii. They fly over to Europe. They fly first class. They get their own private jet. They belong to $10, $15, $20,000 a year golf club memberships. They're in a different world. They own a Ferrari. They got a Porsche 911. They got 10 motorcycles. And, you know, they're in another league. They're doing what they want to do. They're spending money. Obviously, they can't even spend it all. But me, I try to find budget ways. I try to find a way that's cool. God gave me this life, these ambitions, this desire. This what gets me off here. Some people that have, you know, like Ferraris, they're like, I'm not going to go camp out. You know, I'm going to go to the Hilton. You know, I wonder even myself. Let's say that I could go to the Hilton. I could move into a Hilton, and I'd never spend all my money. Do I ever want to buy an RV and camp like this? I think that I would for myself because I know me. But some people would be like, oh, I'd, never do that again. To me, some people, when they come from a tent and get an RV, they don't ever want to go back into a tent again and sleep outside on an air mattress. I don't either. But talking about taking my Gold Wing in the truck and towing my motorcycle on a trailer, I think about, well, look, I can't tow the RV. No, I'm not getting a toy hauler. I'm not getting any other RV. This is it. Can't believe a damn thing I say. But I tow that motorcycle and I'll get me some camping equipment, man. I love the adventure. I'll camp out in a tent. I'm not living in it. It's an adventure. There's a guy right up the road here on the next site. He's in a tent. He's been there for days. They have a bunch of fishing rods too. He goes and fishes in the lake here all the time, or probably he has a boat, I think. But anyway, I'm just going off different tangents here. I'm all hopped up. I'm gonna police the area here a little bit, tighten down everything, get in the crusher, go find me a trail. If I go to the one that's close by, but I think if I take a drive, I can get you guys a good driving video. Maybe we'll see some color. That's what we're trying to do anyway. So it'll be a drive and a hike. And I need to hike. I need to crush it.